everybody, this is Lisa from Potifat. I'm so glad you joined me today for a card process video. So I'm using some watercolor paper and this stamp set, which is called Friends Forever from Fiskars. And I'm using the largest cat stamp because I'm making a stamp for a friend of mine and she just got her cat back. And I'm just trimming off the very outer edge because it was kind of ripped. And I'm using my Weir Memory Keeper's Precision Stamp Tool and I'm loving it. I'm so glad I got it. And I'm stamping it with Memento black, tuxedo black ink, sorry. And this is by far my favorite black ink. It is super crisp, it is black, I just love it. It is my favorite ink. So I'm just re-inking it and using all of my power to get a proper stamped image. Just checking it. And now I'm using this stamp set from, I think I got it from Amazon. And I'm using the Be Brave, Be Happy sentiment. And also a small cat for the inside of my card. I'm just using my acrylic block, lining it up. And again, using my Memento black tuxedo black ink. Sorry, again, yeah, it's called Be Brave, Be Happy. And now also inking up the cat image. And now I'm watercoloring the actual cat. And I'm using my Hero watercolor pencils. And I do this technique a lot where I just take a wet brush and like take the brush to the pen and pick up the color from there. And I'm painting the image orange because her cat is orange. And I'm going to be using two colors. So I'm gonna be using, this is more of a yellowish color, and the second color I'm gonna be using later will be orange. And I'm just gonna be painting here for a while now, so I think I'm gonna play some music. Check in with you later again. And I used very light pink for the mouth and the nose. And now I'm going back in with a darker color to make it more orange. I'm trying to not be perfect because a cat or every animal the pattern and the color, it's not perfect. It is messy and usually not a pretty or pretty, yes, but not perfect. So I'm really trying to go over everywhere, just messy kind of. And I think am I done with the coloring? No, I'm going back in with the pink again because it is super, like, very light, and you can't hardly see it. And I forgot to cover it with varnish. I always use, it is acrylic, but I always use acrylic matte varnish over my watercolored images because I just like the look of it, and it does not smear if you're careful at least. But I really like the look of it, and I always do that. And I'm just going over the whole page with it because I am going to die cut and not fussy cut the cat. So I wanted it to be all over the page because I went out of the lines before I decided, or without thinking about the die cutting part. So, and now I'm taking a scrap piece of cardstock and using the Friends Forever sentiment from the stamp set, and I'm using my anti-static powder tool to treat the paper where I'm going to stamp on, and also where the powder is going to be. I'm using my black ink from Memento, and then I'm using Ranger Clear embossing powder, and then I'm going to heat set it. And now I'm going to cut like the ends so it looks like a banner. I really like that technique. It is super easy but very effective. And on the back of my card I used a sentiment from the Made with Love stamp set from Technique Tuesday that said, "Yep, I made this, don't throw it out." And I'm using a stitched rectangle rounded corner die for the cat, and I'm going to be using this leafy pattern paper from a paper pad I picked up in a local store, and I'm going to be using the same stitched rectangle rounded corner die. Of course not the same size, but from the same set, that's what I meant, sorry. So I'm using the bigger size of that die set. And it didn't cut all the way, so I had to trim it off with my scissors because I placed it on the very outer edge. But it was no problem at all. And I'm just using my tape runner to adhere the watercolor paper. And of course it dripped because I did not think that through. But it was okay. There is no way you could see anything in the front, so that was okay. And now I'm just fuzzing around with where I wanted to put it, and then I decided to use this very thin foam. It is very thin, so I used 2 layers, just trimming it off and then adhering the foam. And I really like the stamp set from Fiskars, the Friends Forever, because of the punny sentiments. I just love punny sentiments, and they also have a dog sentiment, oh sorry, a dog stamp set. It is called Barking Mad, if I remember correctly, sorry. I have that stamp set as well, so hopefully I will be able to use it soon. And there I just had to trim off more of the foam because it was slightly too big. Now I'm putting it on the card base, and I always double check if I have the card like upside down or something, because it's like a very, very deep fear inside of me that I put a lot of work and effort into a project and then I'm having the card upside down or something like that, and now I'm just not sure what to do, and then I'm deciding to use part of the pattern paper and to mat the sentiment on that paper, so I'm trimming it off, but it was still too big, so I had to trim it off again. I think I'm just adhering it. Yeah, I'm not using pop dots. And I'm using my glue bottle to put glue on the, or in the edges, so it really, really stays in place. And I think, yes, I'm rounding the corners. A corner rounder thingy is such an inexpensive thing, but it is so effective. It is one of my favorite crafty things ever. And now I'm not sure what to do, and I think, did I do that off camera? I'm not sure, but I put glossy accents on the eyes of the cat. You are going to be able to see that in the still shots and also in the pictures on my blog. And I'm just putting on those rhinestones. These are flower rhinestones and the color matches perfectly. It is very hard to see on camera, but it's like a bronze, copper, brownish color, but it is perfect. It really fits perfect, like the color scheme for that card. And I think, no, there it is. There I put the glossy accents on the eyes of the cat, and I really like the effect. So yeah, but now I think we are done. Yes, we are done. No, we are not. I forgot the envelope, of course. I'm using the Meow stamp set, or sorry, the Meow sentiment, and also one of the paws from the stamp set, and using the same Memento tuxedo black ink and inking it on the envelope, on the flap of the envelope. I really like that look. But now I am done, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!